Really overwhelming to see everybody up here. Really.
Take them and send them back.
A woman fights breast cancer. The same woman supports her husband through cancer. Then, this persistent woman fights cancer again. A true survivor, she rises up and then supports her daughter through cancer too. As a very thankful survivor, I have nominated this very special woman for the Eternal Flame Award, my mother, Lena Cordella. Okay, Mom. In October of 1997, Lena is diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 57. She undergoes 2 surgeries followed by radiation. She always took good care of herself, ate healthy, and never smoked. The news is hard to accept. Always strong, she does not let on how scared she is of this daunting new chapter of her life. Her 3 daughters are not local and are busy starting marriages and families of their own, so she keeps much of her anxiety to herself. She finds comfort in befriending some members of the American Cancer Society who help her and get her to her radiation sessions. As time passes, she suffers with fibromyalgia syndrome, but is grateful that the cancer chapter seems to come to a close. She retires early on permanent disability due to her pain and discomfort with the fibromyalgia. Dad. In 1999, 2 years later, Lena's husband Joseph is first diagnosed with bladder cancer, a cancer commonly associated with smokers. Instead of being consumed with anger because of his smoking, she graciously finds the best care for him. When it reoccurs, she patiently treks him to Memorial Sloan Kettering for bladder treatments through 2003. The treatments are successful. She supports him as he stops smoking, and he has not had cancer since. In 2007, Joseph needs a knee replacement and gets MRSA during his surgery. For 5 months, he's laid up in a rehabilitation facility, waiting for the MRSA to clear out of his body. Lena faithfully visits him as he fights the disease, but she was fighting her own battle. Mom, again. Right before Joseph's knee replacement surgery, Lena is diagnosed with breast cancer again. It's December 2007, 10 years from her first battle. Oddly, the cancer recurs on the same side. She elects to do a mastectomy, but wants to wait for Joseph to be more settled after his surgery. She is advised to move ahead with her mastectomy. Incredibly, as she heals, she continues to support Joseph at the rehab center. Then she supports him at home after his second knee replacement. Me. In November of 2009, 3.5 years ago, a parent's worst news comes. Lena's daughter is diagnosed with breast cancer. It's one thing to have cancer yourself, your own child is another thing. I was scared to tell her the news. Once again, the strength of this resilient woman astounded me. She was so positive. When I called to tell her the news, her response was, "I'm fine, you're going to be fine too." She supported me through my lumpectomy, chemotherapy, and radiation. She came to stay for a few days each time I went for another round of chemo, cooking for me and keeping my spirits up. We watched funny movies and laughed a lot those days. At points, we also cried. It was a very special time for us that I will never forget. She offered to shave her head with me. Okay. Now, currently, Mom has carcinoids and fibrosis in her lungs, but continues to stay positive. Outside of her coughing often, you would never know what she has been through. She also supported her neighbor through her diagnosis and treatment of breast cancer also. She continues to support so many. Mom actively raises funds for the Cancer Society and still goes around town selling luminaries. She even organized her own fundraiser as a bus trip to Atlantic City last year. She continues to participate in the Kenilworth Relay for Life in New Jersey as part of Team Domino. She is still so thankful to God for the opportunity to be whole and delivered, and to the Cancer Society for helping her and supporting her when she needed it. Thank you for considering Lena Cardella for your Eternal Flame Award.